Right. Still on version 0.1.3, which is essentially the same version that came out when they pre-released on 0.1.1. That's nothing's. It's just got the online stuff taken away from it. I've seen people racing with 0.1.4 with the online features, and it looks good. Looks fun. I'm looking forward to it when they finally release it to the general public. One thing I noticed since my last video was that my steering lock didn't match what my steering wheel was actually set to. So 900 is what my wheel is actually set to, but by default the game sets it to 1080, so you need to make sure that this matches your actual wheel inputs. Try the Honda, because I've never driven this car yet. Could be shit. Let's find out. Where do we want to race? So I've increased the AI difficulty to 96, 95, 96. And it's still too easy. And they're also very, very stupid. They drive like idiots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let them go ahead a little bit before I start playing with them. See what I mean? They go off circuit for no reason other than because they want to. Right. Play catch up. Bit too early there. I've been enjoying this game for what it is. It's obviously there's loads of room for improvement. It's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect for a while. But it's impressive. It's an impressive foundation that they've built, that they've come out with, and they've let us have a play with before it's ready. And I'm impressed. VR works out of the box. You know, day one VR was working for me. I understand people have had issues with it, trying to get it working, but it worked straight away for me. This is running on medium settings. I've got a 4090, so I know I'm lucky in that regard. But my CPU is a bottleneck for it. It's an old 3090X CPU, which is not built for gaming. And it limits the potential of the 4090 quite a bit. And the fact that it still runs as smoothly as it does is it really shows that they're thinking about VR from day one, and that's a good thing for a VR racing game. It needs to be thought about. It needs to be implemented properly rather than an afterthought. This is already so much better than ACC has ever been for me. So once you can get through the menu system, which is very glitchy in VR, once you can get through that and actually get your car on circuit, it works very, very well, as you can see. This car is more fun than I thought it was going to be. I've got to admit that one of the Ferraris is actually quite boring to drive because it's got no brakes. It just takes it. It's like a boat. I'll drive that next so you can see what I mean. was that it? Oh. Oh, I was enjoying that. Yeah, this car's... Whoa, what are you doing, mate? This car's way more fun than I thought it was going to be. That's going to be good for online racing. In the lower levels. I do like the crowd that moves about. I like scenery that moves. I want to see people, like at Brands Hatch, I want to see people going up to a burger van, getting a burger and then coming back to watch some more racing. Things like that, that's what I want to see. It sort of makes it all feel more alive. But hopefully things like that will be added in as time progresses. It's not exactly a priority right now, is it? So let me quickly show you my graphics settings. They're on, so 4090 combined with a 3090X CPU, and that CPU is a bottleneck for the 4090, so I'm not getting the most out of the 4090, and the fact I can still run VR is just goes to show that the engine's completely different. We know it's completely different from the ACC engine, just anyway, because they've built it specifically for this game. But the ACC engine was a turd. I cannot drive in it properly because eventually it gives me a headache. But this is smooth. It's doing everything it's supposed to. So it's medium settings, medium graphics settings with the with motion blur all off and the depth of field off. That's any changes I've made. So, and it's working. It works well. The menu systems are glitchy and look horrible and are clunky. But once you get to the circuit, it all comes alive. The game comes alive. Gosh, I was going to say, said I was going to drive the Ferrari. The boat. The 296 is just a very boaty car. It shouldn't. It's a danger. So skills on 96, see, and see that, and I could put the number of opponents right up to whatever, but they're just idiots, and they crash into each other and they spin in front of you, and they just don't know what they're doing. So I've kept them just to 8, and it's good fun just to chase after them. What circuit should we go at with that? Should we go to Imola? And I'll show you what I mean. Because this car can get up to really high speeds, but it cannot brake. That was my experience from it anyway. And the first time I tried it. Let's try it again now. It's always the default car setup. I'm not fiddling with anything. I'm not changing anything, and everything, it drives well. Once you've gotten used to the handling, coming from a different game completely. I come from AMS2, and that's great. That's brilliant fun, especially when you've got the right people with you, racing with you. But jumping into this after that, it wasn't too much of a leap. It felt, it feels like you're driving a simulated car around a circuit which you know already. Same as last time, I let the cars go ahead a little bit. I'll try not to spin this time. brake way early in this car. You know what, I'm actually starting to enjoy it. I'll start pushing too hard though and then I'll mess myself up. So the AI is clearly very quick in this car, around this circuit. They're very quick out of that corner, aren't they? Maybe those... I normally knock the traction control down by 1 from whatever the default is. That tends to help. I'm not sure I want to risk it in this car. I'll probably spin straight away. So yeah, the trick to this car seems to be braking half a mile before you want to. Oh yes, I know. Track cuts for that one. That was ugly. shit, too late. What's the final lap? Can't do it now. Should have waited to do it down this corner. Screw you! Sucker. That was good fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that. One thing I do want to test is the replays. I did. Oh, that's clever. That's better than AMS2 straight away. Oh, that's brilliant. I assume there's going to be camera controls. I mean, I might be able to bind some buttons to change the cameras already, but I can't be asked to do that right now. That's cool. Right, let's do one more 10-lap race around somewhere. What do we want to see? What do we want to try? Something that I haven't tried at all. Haven't driven the R-Bath, haven't driven the Alfa, Alpine, Audi, Chevrolet, Hyundai. No, haven't driven that. Lotus is good fun. That's a very good fun car. I haven't driven the Porsche. Toyota? No, haven't driven the Toyota. And the Golf, I haven't driven the Golf. Please take the Golf somewhere. Now this could be the most boring car in the game. But I'm sure it'll still be fun. Same as always, default setup. Let's just go and drive. I'll let the AI go ahead, just so they sort themselves out. And then we'll have a good game of catch up. again, I think there's a good selection of cars in this game, which will be fun if you had other people on the circuit with you. I think you can make any cars fun as long as you're all in the same boat. P1's gone miles up the road. A little bit of a punt from behind there. That wasn't very nice. Maybe I braked too early. Did he just indicate, or was that a brake? Braked way too early there again. Oh well, we made it. Oh, come on. racing. I suppose that's something I've noticed, is that when you do have contact, it doesn't send you to the moon like it does in AMS2. It's just contact. Don't know how that's going to play out when you're multiplayer. It'll be a different ball game entirely, I expect. But in AMS2, it's historically, you've got to avoid all contact, otherwise you get sent into the barrier. But so far this game seems to handle collisions well. It's just the AI driving standards which are the problem. And mine. game's definitely a casual experience at the moment, especially for me. I'm not taking it seriously. It's a good fun driver, you know. It's if you enjoy driving and you can get it set up and you can get the game set up properly, then you'll enjoy the game, even in its current state. There's lots to do for the developers. I mean, there's lots for the developers to do, to finish, to improve, but it's such a solid foundation and I'm really impressed with it. I've bought early access games which after 4 years are still incomplete, and this is such a refreshing change to that kind of early access. Every car's fun. You just got to make it fun. I think with a group of, as long as collisions are good and multiplayer handles collisions well, I think the Golfs would be great fun just to chuck around as these shortish circuits. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go and get some dinner. If anybody has any requests or wants me to investigate anything, or wants me to tell them anything else about my setup or how I got to get VR working, or work with me and investigate why your VR isn't working, I'll happily give you some of my time to work these things out. Just get in touch in the comment section. Anyway, have a good evening. Cheers everyone. Hopefully I'll get access to 0.1.4 soon and actually be able to complete some licenses and the other bits that come with the online connection. Yeah, anyway, cheers everyone.